Hey everyone, and welcome to Decode My Life. I'm Christy, life coach and decoder, and I help people look at all sides of their lives. Most of us just focus on the physical or this side of our lives, when in fact we have an emotional side, a mental side, a spiritual side, and then there's the other side. These factors play a far bigger role in our lives that very few of us understand, so I'm here to help. And today I want to take a deep dive into a karmic game called Powerful, Powerless, Insider, Outsider. If you need a quick refresher on what karma is, hop over to my video, 5 Signs You're in Karma, get yourself caught up, and come right back here, and this game will make a lot more sense. So, real quick, karmic games exist in quadrants. 4 is the foundation of this reality. We have a physical body, emotional body, a mental body, and a spiritual body. Karma is the same way. There are 2 sets of duality games that make up one karmic wheel. This particular karmic game is the most common karmic game played in this reality. So let's first get started with the first set in the karmic wheel, powerful, powerless.
The definition of powerful is having great strength, prawl, or power. And being powerless is the opposite, without ability, influence, or power.
It's important to note that you can have a positive relationship with power and not abuse it. Being powerful means having control and ownership of your own life. On the positive side of this, you're in a position of power or self power. You'll be able to exert yourself in a manner that sees fit without any resistance. And if there was any resistance, you would be able to easily overcome it. If you're on a negative pole of power, you're powerless to direct or manage your own life. And this would be tied to a negative emotion such as shame or disappointment. Power became corrupted over time, and the concept of being powerful became more about forcing one's will or purpose onto the powerless. So, for people that don't know, will is actually the inner fire that drives you forward in your life and decisions, and purpose is the reason for which something is done, created, or exists in this reality. So, if we look at our bodies, the purpose of being in a body on earth is to experience the third dimension with all its senses. So, hearing, feeling, smelling, tasting, sight, and extrasensory perception, or sixth sense. Now, let's take a look at the second set in the karmic wheel, insider, outsider.
The definition of an insider is a person within a group or organization. So, therefore, the outsider is a person not belonging to a group or organization.
So, remember when you were in school growing up and you were either on the inside or the outside of the popular group, ever been called the black sheep of your family? Well, these all are examples of playing this karmic game. And in this particular karmic game, it's often about who controls the information and the outcome of a particular group. When you're on the inside, you tend to have more power. Insiders can be on the positive or negative pole too. So if you're on the negative pole of the insider, you're most likely abusing your power and control over others. So let's look at an example of this powerful, powerless insider outsider game. I was recently talking to someone and they were mentioning that they were having difficulty with 2 coworkers at their work. And what was happening is that these 2 coworkers who were ranked a little bit above her were actually withholding information that she actually needed to do her job. She was a project manager. And what she was noticing is that she was starting to become on the outside of the loop on any information or updates on the projects that she was working on. She felt very powerless. She felt like she couldn't get her job done. She felt like she wasn't getting the information. These 2 were always talking and only talking to each other as if they were hoarding the information and controlling that with the other rest of the group. So when I mentioned this karmic game, it immediately triggered with her. She felt like she was the outsider and she was actually powerless because she actually just wanted to complete her job and she didn't understand why these people were acting in a certain way. So when we looked at her first incarnation about her being in this game with these particular 2 people, we actually went back to an Egyptian lifetime that she had, and she was an architect of one of the pyramids, and she was withholding the blueprints that she had on actually how to build a pyramid and how it's going to be done in the stages. And these 2 builders were on the outside and powerless. Therefore, in this lifetime, she had to come back and be on the outside and powerless with these 2 people holding information for her. So once she was actually able to realize the karmic game she was in, learn her lesson, she pulled her karma and was able to get to neutrality with these 2 people. So what do we actually do with this information? Well, the first step is simple awareness. Start paying attention to all your interactions with people, places, and things. Learn the signs of karma and see if you're playing any karmic games with anyone, any place, or anything. Once you've identified the karmic game that you're playing, the second step is simply acknowledge. Acknowledge that you're playing a karmic game. You created karmic debt either in this lifetime or a past lifetime, and you're fulfilling the other side of your karmic debt. The third step is learn your lesson. At some point, you were playing the flip side of this karmic game. What did you learn by playing both sides of the karmic game? Once you've identified your lesson, the fourth step is pull your karma. There's probably a point in time that you might have to take a stand against the person you're playing the karmic games with. And finally, keep a state of awareness because there's a lot of people out there that want to play karma with you. So the goal is to pay your karmic debt and get to neutrality with all your karma that you've already built up in this lifetime. But then it's also not to create new karma or play karmic games with other people. So I hope this information was helpful. If you think you're in karma or you like to learn more about karma, maybe karmic games you're playing, I do one-to-one special karmic game consultations. You can go to my website, decodemylife.com, or email me. Also, you can leave a comment in this video. Let me know if this particular karmic game resonates with you.